Hi guys, welcome to the Redflex, the only Manchester United channel which is run by four Manchester United sporting brothers. So today's video is a match preview for Newcastle United versus Manchester United, which is taking place today at 8 o'clock UK time. There's a lot to get through. It's not going to be a long video though, so we're going to try and get through quite a lot of content in a short amount of time. So the first thing I would like to do before we start to do the preview is just to go through the press conference reaction. So there's some interesting things on there that I found. It seemed like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not as confident as he usually is during press conferences. He had his eyes down all the time. He wasn't really answering the questions with any enthusiasm and the same characteristics that he would normally kind of go for. And what I did find was, as well, that it's not something that the way he reacted to some of the questions was not something how he would normally react. I did find it quite interesting. So, for example, the question on Paul Pogba, he didn't really confirm he was going to stay longer than 2 years. It was kind of just saying like, okay, he's here for 2 years, and after that, we don't know. So that was quite interesting. And also made a point about the media trying to kind of cause divisions within the Manchester United camp. Bruno Fernandes showed what a kind of classy individual he is by kind of saying that I'm not going to have any of that, and that was quite interesting as well. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has also praised him for that, so that's good to see. So hopefully now, after the international break, we've had a few issues, obviously with our form, the awful result against Spurs. So let's hope this game we can try to do something a lot better. Not sure what we can consider to be a realistic result at this stage, but that's something we can cover. So the first thing I would like to go through is the match preview stuff. So first of all, last 3 away games for Manchester United against Newcastle. So we've lost 1-0, then we've won 2-0, and we've lost 1-0 again. So hopefully follow the same pattern. We could win 2-0. Seems unlikely though, to be honest. Also, in regards to kind of the betting on this match, in regards to the odds, it's quite interesting. Obviously, it's not something that I actually take part in, but some people are interested in that. And for me, it just gives an indication of what the media are kind of thinking, and in regard to the companies as well, what are they kind of thinking. I mean, the latest odds, I've got it written down here. So it says Newcastle are 4-1, draw 7-2, and United win is 8-11. So Manchester United are very strong favourites to win this game. I'm not sure where this is actually coming from, based on our last result and based on the form of Newcastle. They're in great form, and obviously we're not in the best of form. So that's something that we need to look forward to. Something that if the kind of bets that are taking place and the odds on this game suggest Manchester United is going to have quite a comfortable win, which it is, I'm not sure where that confidence is coming from. To be honest, we've got a lot of issues in the squad, a lot of things we need to kind of work on going forward. Another thing we like to kind of go through here is the starting 11. What should it actually be? Should Van der Beek start? Should Pogba start? Should Maguire start? Who's going to come in instead of Martial? There's lots of things that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to kind of consider. He has to make the right calls here. It's a must-win game, something that we need to get right. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to get this right. So in my opinion, I think we should start with De Gea, although Henderson, as I think I've mentioned in previous videos, is close, very close now to getting that starting, to getting the call to start in the first team. I don't think De Gea's doing anything wrong at this point, so I don't think he's going to lose his place until maybe he has a string of kind of errors or string of kind of incidents which could be affecting his confidence. At that point, I do think Henderson will be coming in. In the meanwhile, I think he will get in some games in the cup, just to kind of keep him in form up until he is actually needed in the Champions League, for example. I mean, although he may get some games in the Champions League if we do well in the group stage. So let's see how that goes. So my starting 11 will be De Gea, Telles, Maguire. So I think he needs to play. I mean, although doesn't need to play, it's one of those. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to actually start with him, although probably shouldn't start. And I've said that in previous videos as well. Maybe he should be actually put on the bench for a couple of games. But the starting 11, I'm giving in my opinion, is what I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to actually go with. So I think Maguire's going to start. I think he'll be Bailly maybe. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Matic. I think he will start with Pogba. He did have a good game for France more over the international break, so maybe he's coming back into form and to fitness and sharpness. Obviously, you have Fernandes. We're going to have Greenwood on the right. I think he'll go for Rashford up front, and maybe Dan James on the left this time. He's probably more effective on the left. I think we've seen that. He likes to kind of cut in on the right, and he can also go down the left as well. He can also go down the line as well, but I think he's more effective on the left. I think that's probably going to be the starting lineup for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I've seen a lot of fan opinions. Some are saying you might go with a diamond formation. Some are saying you might go for 5-3-2, because now he can go with two strikers. Might be Greenwood and Rashford up front. So let's see. Is he going to change his formation? Maybe he might. Yeah, he might change his formation based on the result we had last game. Something's possible. He has changed his formation from game to game. So potentially, if he's not feeling confident with our defense, it could go back to a 5-3-2 formation. It could go to a diamond. We did quite well, I remember, against Chelsea using a diamond last season. Or he might just stick to his current formation, which I think he probably will. Doesn't need to make many changes to how he's expected to play. So he might just have Tellers coming in instead of Shaw, Dan James maybe on the left, and then everything else just remains the same. So he doesn't need to make too many changes there. That might be something that we might do. Let's see how that goes. Another thing I'd like to go through is the kind of match prediction. So it's a tough one. It's probably the most open kind of prediction we could probably have against Newcastle for a while. Could be any score. I have actually mentioned this in some Manchester United forums as well. I think it's, as I mentioned, it's the most open kind of prediction that we could have for this game. We might get a nice solid win, but we also could get absolutely demolished as well. So if we defend the way we did against Spurs, it's not going to be great for us. Who do I think are going to be the men that we need to look out for? I think Callum Wilson's got 4 goals in 4 games, so he's going to be a threat up front especially compared to what they've had over the last couple of seasons. Callum Wilson is kind of a step up from the usual striker that they've had the last couple of seasons, and obviously Saint Maximin is going to be a major threat. So hopefully Wan-Bissaka can kind of make sure he doesn't get past him that many times. Usually, if Wan-Bissaka is in top form, nobody gets past him. So that's probably what we need. Stevie Bruce might kind of switch his positions around just so he's not having to face Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And that way, against probably anybody else, he's going to cause huge problems. I think those two are the star performers for Newcastle this season so far. So if we can keep those two quiet, then we're in with a great shout of maybe getting a result. I think it will finish 1-1. Based on our current form, I can't really say Manchester United are going to win this game. I really hope we do. Normally after the international break, it's not great anyway because everyone's arriving Thursday night, Friday morning from the long flights from wherever they've been playing around the world. We've had United players who've not gone on international duty. So maybe those are the ones Ole Gunnar Solskjaer might actually opt to go with in the starting 11. So it might be massive changes in the starting 11. It might just be a few with the same formation. Anything can happen. So we know what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is like. He does like to make lots of changes at times, depending on who he's facing, depending on the form of the team, depending on who's available. So let's see how that goes. I obviously, like every United fan, I hope that we win. I would like to see the win. But my opinion, it's going to be 1-1. I think it will be Bruno Fernandes from some sort of set piece, free kick, something like that. And then I see Callum Wilson getting a goal for Newcastle. I think it'll finish 1-1. Obviously, I might just be completely wrong. So after the game, we will be back to do a match review, and obviously we can discuss at that point what's happened. Hopefully, we've got a massive win, because something we need to catch up to the top four, and we've got a really kind of tough spell ahead in terms of our fixtures. Solskjaer, to get this game right, we need to get this win. We've got some really tough games coming up, and if we don't do well, we might find ourselves just in mid-table, and we might be too far away from maybe trying to even get close to that top four spot if things don't go well over the next month or two. So it's really important that we do well. What I would like to say though is Maguire. We have talked about Maguire. I think he's going to start. I don't personally think he should. I think Solskjaer is going to start him. In a recent interview, Maguire has said that he does want to start. He wants to hopefully kind of get his form back whilst playing. Very risky, especially against some of the players that Newcastle have. These are very tricky players, very strong, very fast players. And Maguire historically hasn't done well against those type of players. So that's it for the match preview. So as I said, it's going to be a short preview. We will be back for a match review after the result. So as I said, it's 8 o'clock today, UK time. So we'll probably be on later on tonight, just to go over how we thought the game went and any hopefully decisions that went our way, let's say, and we'll take it from there. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for the ones you already have, and thank you for the people or the viewers who do watch our streams. We are a new channel, and we would love your support going forward. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you soon.